What's up, everybody? I'm Officer Hatfield here with grown-up Shinya from Persona 5. And we just found out recently that apparently Respawn of Titanfall fame has 2 games that EA will be putting out before the end of 2019. Andrew, what are the details on this?
So in EA's earnings yesterday, in their kind of financial results, they said Respawn has multiple games, plural, that will be out by next holiday season, 2019.
Okay, so we know that they have this Star Wars game that they sort of awkwardly unveiled at E3 last year.
Yeah, and
Star
that game,
Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That game, yeah, Jedi Fallen Order is the official title. They said D3, but didn't show anything. They announced that game, I think, 2 years ago, and it's directed by Stig Amundsen. He directed God of War 3.
Gotcha. So they have that game, and then they also have been working on Titanfall 3. That's something we've known for a while, right?
Yeah, so when EA bought them, when Respawn was acquired by EA, which was, like end of last year, like buried in that press release, they were just like, oh, and Respawn's working on a new game in the Titanfall franchise, and that's basically all we know about it.
So if that's the Star Wars game and Titanfall 3, that's 2 huge AAA games in 1 year. It's a little bit surprising to me that Respawn is big enough to handle all that. However, EA Motive has been helping out with Star Wars games. They helped out with Battlefront 2 and the single-player campaign, so it's entirely possible that maybe they're helping out with the development of the Star Wars games, is that right?
Yeah, and like EA kind of shares studios in general. Like Battlefront 1 and 2 were collaborations among multiple studios. We know that what's left of the canceled Visceral game is in production at EA Vancouver, so it makes sense that EA Vancouver could be assisting in some way with Respawn's Star Wars game. We should also mention there's a smaller third Respawn game that is a Oculus Rift game that doesn't have a title that they announced about a year ago also. So Respawn is also working on some kind of VR project that could be in the mix here too.
Yeah. All right, well, so if they have these 2 big games, Star Wars and Titanfall 3 coming next fall, that's got to be EA's big fall games, right? Battlefield 5 is coming out this year, so Battlefield takes a year off next year. I guess in recent years they've bounced back and forth between Star Wars and Battlefield, right?
Yes, yeah, and that makes sense. Because the cadence used to be Battlefield and then Medal of Honor, and then Medal of Honor got kind of sunsetted and replaced by Star Wars. So that is like in their kind of game plan.
All right, so if this is true, I feel like this gives us a pretty good idea of EA's entire 2019 lineup, because we know they have Anthem on February 22nd, right? They have Sea of Solitude, which was revealed at E3 last year as an early 2019 game. I would bet we get a release date at the Game Awards in December, and that's out in spring 2019. Then we know that the Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 5 will be spring 2019.
Yep.
At E3, there'll be some sort of an Unravel 2, like a smaller indie game, and it's available now, sort of announcement. September, you get their sports releases, and then in October, November, it's either Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, and Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
And that's your EA 2019, I feel like.
And it is like, it's funny because I feel like conventional wisdom would be, oh, they would never put 2 big games like that back to back. But in 2016, Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 came out a week apart. So it's like, it's not unprecedented that EA would do that.
Yeah, as long as they're not a week apart, though.
Yeah, that would be, don't do that.
A month of breathing room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Jedi Fallen Order is, I would imagine, is more of a single player, and then the Titanfall 3 would be their sort of multiplayer shooter offering for the season.
It'll be, because like they announced Jedi Fallen Order as a third-person action game, Star Wars game, so it's like I am curious to see what that looks like. Would make total sense for that to be a super single-player driven experience, and then Titanfall maybe doesn't have a campaign. Maybe they go back to kind of what Titanfall 1 was, where it's a little more like multiplayer focused.
Well, I don't know. The Battle Royale might work for that too.
That's true.
Dear viewers, what do you think? How does this sound for EA's 2019 lineup? Let us know in the comments, and as soon as we learn more, we'll share it with you right here at IGN.